showed me what it would take and, the dedication. So, it all worked out well. So
Definitely a ton of sports. Definitely you have the size for football. So I thought maybe, that could have been another potential sport there. No, just taking a look at all your coaches, over the past several years, who's been the most influential on you, and who'd you say, it sounded like your coach in high school was a really big influential, impact on your basketball career?
Yes, for sure. Coach McKentry, as well as our assistant coach there, Coach Bill Benton, they were great influences, on my life, and they just taught us so many lessons outside of basketball as well. You can only play the game so long. You never know when that day is going to come. When it ends. So you got to be ready to have a backup plan. And there's just so much more life than sports. As much as we love playing, you got to be balanced and just carrying yourself with class both on and off the court. They really pushed that into us, and I can't thank them enough. They were just two great people in my life at that time and still today. That just kind of drove those values home to me, and they're just two awesome people.
Hey man, it sounds like that family's just really like a backbone for you.
Yes.
Like you seem like a really family-oriented guy. Let's talk about you and your sister as far as how has that been growing up, and how with her supporting you, did you at all try and influence basketball on her?
Growing up, we like I said, we played everything. We just had a good time playing sports, and just pushing each other, making each other better. There were definitely some, competitive times where, some feelings were hurt. But, I love her. She's always there for me. I'm always there for her. And, just being close to her again and being able to watch her play. She plays volleyball at University of Colorado up in Boulder. So sports have just kind of always been a part of our lives. And it's just been great being back close to her again.
And then you being the older brother, the oldest sibling for that matter, do you feel like you have more expectations of yourself knowing that your little sister is looking up to you?
I try not to think about it too much. I try to do, set a good example for her though.
Yeah.
But she is a very smart girl, and I'm very proud of her and all that she's accomplished. She's doing big things too. So I just try to, be a great big brother, a good role model, and let the rest take care of itself. So
That's awesome. That sounds like high hopes, definitely.
Oh, thank you.
That's really cool. Coming back to your family a little bit, talking about, mom and dad and your little sister. As far as growing up, did you and your dad watch, Michael Jordan play some basketball? And were there some, high hopes to be just like Mike, back in the day? Or what got you to pick up the basketball in the first place?
I can remember when I was really, really little, actually back, I think when we were living in California. I can't remember how old I was, maybe 2 or 3, but I think they got me like one of those little Fisher-Price little toy hoops.
Yeah.
And I just remember always kind of messing around on that, shooting on that. And that's kind of like the earliest memories of basketball. And then as far as, who I really liked watching, unfortunately, I was too young to really watch, Michael Jordan. I didn't really know what was going on at that time. But I loved watching Ray Allen. Loved watching him, just the way he carried himself, both on and off the court. And we really just, as a family, loved watching sports, whether that be football, basketball, volleyball.
Yep.
And it was just something that we all kind of enjoyed doing together, watching or going to an event. And it was just the feel of watching it or being at the game. It was just kind of something I always really enjoyed, and thought, this would be fun to maybe do someday, and have people maybe watch me and watch my team.
Sacrifices, though, for sure, along the way.
Exactly.
So you spoke really highly about your parents, and I kind of want to talk about them a little bit as far as, like, was your dad, did he implement this work ethic on you, or have you always have this mindset and been able to pursue being a very competitive basketball player and also excelling in the classroom?
They were always just very relaxed when it came to that. You know, they never pushed anything on me or my sister, and I think that was a big reason why I was able to enjoy playing sports. Because you know, I think a lot of kids feel pressure, like they have to, you know, get approval from their parents, coaches, you know, impress them. And, you know, my parents never did any of that. They were always very supportive, win or lose. If you played great, played bad, you know, they were always there smiling, you know, waiting to give you a hug after.
Amazing.
So that was just great. And still today, you know, they're very supportive of my sister and I playing. And that's definitely been a huge plus, you know, in my playing career. And just knowing that they always are there and have my back. And then classroom-wise, you know, you got to do well in the classroom to be able to play sports. That was always a big thing. You got to be balanced. You know, you got to devote your time just as much on the court to also in the classroom. You know, family activities, church activities. You know, you got to be balanced. And because there's way more to life than sports. And that was one thing they always drove home was just, you know, be balanced and, you know, make the most of all the opportunities that are in front of you.
Justin, just kind of talk about your family and everything. This Colorado Springs, it sounds like, has been a home for you. Lewis Palmer playing high school there, now moving back, you know, with your family and everything. I'm not trying to be redundant here, but moving back with your family, having that support group, what's it like as far as just being able to live with them after you were on your own for, you know, a couple of years? Like, you didn't have that support group. What's it like just knowing, like, you know, mom and dad are right there and you can just go talk to them? And like you said, man, those hugs just mean the world.
Yes. You know, I don't know how I did it for 3 years. I really don't. It went by fast up there at the time. It did, but, you know, I was only able to come home here and there, you know, for a couple of days during Christmas, a little bit during the summers. And they made a great effort to come see me out there, which was nice, or go to an away game here and there. But, yeah, I think being alone up there and just being on my own kind of made me grow up a lot, learn about myself. And now that I'm able to come home and see them all the time, whenever I want, it's great. Just knowing that they're there, you know, 20 minutes away, and you know, able to go home for dinner, meet my mom for lunch. My grandparents are here too.
Awesome.
So just being so close to them, I don't know how I did it for 3 years. I really don't.